Hi everyone, welcome to the Reluctant Sisters podcast. My name is Adrienne, also known as the Reluctant Knitter. This is a knitting podcast that I think has been around, I think we've been doing it for 2 years now. But anyway, I used to do it with my sisters, and now we're kind of doing them solo because it's really kind of hard to schedule, and this is only my second one in a long time. So anyway, I apologize in advance too because my dog decided to take a nap the entire time I was getting ready, and then as soon as I started setting up, she was like awake. So I tried waking her up while I was getting ready, but she was having no part of it, so you'll probably see her much like you did on the last one if you watched the last one. With that being said, thank you so much for returning viewers, and for new viewers, thanks for checking me out. I hope you like it. If you do, feel free to like and subscribe. So where you can find me, I am on Ravelry as Reluctant Knitter with no E in the knitter, and I'm on Instagram as The Reluctant Knitter. I'm mostly active on Instagram, not terribly active on Ravelry. We also have a Ravelry group, the Reluctant Sisters podcast group. I think we have some KALS going on. I told you I'm not very good at that. So anyways, what I'm wearing the YOLO shawl, and it has what's called extra lives. So there's like different borders that you can do on it. So this is the Marion border. I wore this to Rhinebeck, and I got like a ton of compliments on it. So I figured I would wear it today. And this is hand spun, my sister Sarah. So if you've been checking out the podcast for a while, you'll know her, and she's also been around the knitting community for much longer than me. But anyway, she spun this. So this is hand spun out of, I think it's Fat Cat. I tried to look for the tag, but I couldn't find it. So anyway, it was a bunch of little bumps, I don't know, a bunch of little balls, and she spun it. We put it in order that we wanted to, and she spun it for me. So that's that. Okay, I'm coming to you from Connecticut. I wanted to say that I'm coming to you from Connecticut, USA, where I live with my husband, Sean, and our dog, a Great Dane, whose name is Elizabeth Bennett. And you'll probably see her, and she'll probably knock the camera around. And I also feel like this is like crooked. I fiddle with it like the whole time, so sorry. All right. Anyway, let's get started. So I have FOs, I have some whips, and I have some procurements. So let's get started. My first FO is my Res Feber socks. This is by Knitting Expat Designs by Mina Phillip. So let me just show them to you. I knit these on my ChowGoo 40-inch, so 100 centimeter fixed circular needles in a US size 1, 2.25. I'm going to put them on the sock roller so you can kind of see the details. So this is part of Mina's sock club. So she has a year-long sock club right now. There's 2 of them. One is the Wonderlust sock collection, and one is the Cozy sock collection. So this is the January pattern for the Wonderlusts, which I am going to, or I already entered into her Cal. I knit this out of Knit Picks. I was going to write it down. Knit Pick Stroll tweed in the Flagstone Heather, or the Flagstone Heather colorway. And I did an afterthought heel, so it's not a true afterthought heel where you cut the yarn, but you knit the waist yarn. And I used the Smooth Operator sock pattern by Susan B. Anderson. Excuse me. By Susan B. Anderson. I really like it. So it's a really good pattern where you don't have holes like where the heels are. I used to do Fish Lips Kiss heel on all my socks. I haven't done that, a short row heel, in a really long time. And then I think Mina's has the actual pattern has like a German short row heel in it. But I do the afterthought heel because I hate purling. So that's that. And I just did a 2x2 cuff. And these I knit toe up, 2 at a time, magic loop. And these are a gift for a friend. So I had to save them. I saw her yesterday, but I didn't give them to her because I really wanted to show them on the podcast. So that's that. Also, you'll find all my show notes. I'm going to put them in the Ravelry group, but I also started putting them down below. So hopefully that'll be easier for some of you. Just drinking coffee. I'm a coffee girl, not a tea girl. And I got this cup, cable knit cup from a local store called Ocean State Job Lot. I think it's just in like New England area. So my New Englanders will know what it is. Alrighty, my second FO is my Barley Light Hat by Tin Can Knits. So this is a baby, obviously, it's a little hat, baby hat. I really like it. It has a garter stitch panel in the front of it, which is really cool. The yarn is Lolo Did It in her, I think it's everyday sock base, sorry, 75-25. In the Fly Eagles Fly colorway. So this is for, well, I don't know if she did it for the Super Bowl, but they were just recently in the Super Bowl and they won, yay. And the baby that I knit this for is, his dad is a huge Eagles fan, so hopefully the baby will be too. But the pattern, I literally cast this on like 15 times. So in the pattern, it says a 16-inch circular. So I cast it on, it wouldn't fit like around the circular. I didn't have 12. I would have immediately gone to 12-inch circulars, but I didn't have them. So it wouldn't fit around. So then I took it off and I recast it on with a, I think it's like the German twisted cast on or something. It's very stretchy cast on, long tail cast on method. So I did that. Here's Elizabeth. So I put that on and I could finally like stretch it around, but then it looked like really stretched out. It's a 1x1 rib, which tends to, for me anyway, look very stretched out anyway. So it was like getting super stretched out. So I was like, forget this. I'm just going to do magic loops. So I took it off, recast it on, and then I decided that I was going to do a twisted rib because even in the photos, the 1x1 ribbing looks like really stretched out. So, and I don't love that look. So I recast it on, I did the stretchy cast on again, and then I did a twisted rib, and finally I finished it. So that gave me a little bit of trouble. But anyway, other than that, it's a fun, easy knit. I liked it, and I liked the way it turned out. My last FO is matching socks, so same yarn. And this is the Garter Stripe Baby Sock by Jennifer Hole. This is a free pattern. I've never knit a baby sock before, and I'm fairly new knitter. I've been knitting for about 2 years now, so I'm not really good at like changing stuff up and just, oh, I just, you know, cast on 12 stitches and increase to 20, and I don't really do that. So she did this last time too. She lost her ball. Hold on. So, I'm really sorry. Next time I'm like gonna hope to get her. She totally slept for my whole Rhinebeck recap, so. And this sweater is like, she's smelt the sweat, like, I mean, this shawl 100 times. Okay, so it's a free pattern, and it has a garter stripe up the front. So I thought that that would be really fun to kind of match the hat. I'm not really sure about baby sizes. I don't have babies myself. My sister's kids, our third sister, Amy, her kids are older now. The youngest is 5. So it's been a long time since I've even, well, I mean, I guess that's not true because I know a ton of babies. Whatever. I don't know if they'll fit at the same time. But babies wear socks all the time, so I guess it doesn't really matter if these are small. Whatever. And then it had, just stop talking about that part now. And then the back has like a little garter stripe up the back. So it's really, really cute. It was a little short row heel, which is cool. And then the toe is actually a heel flap. I don't know, is it a short row or heel flap? I told you I'm not a new knitter. But anyway, you work it the same way. So you do the heel flap, and then you do the decreases, and it creates like this little part, and then you do a 3-needle bind off, which would not be good on a regular sock because it would be in your shoe and over your toe, but little baby feet, it's totally fine. So I kind of thought that was neat. And these knit up obviously super fast because they're so little. So that's that. I'm very excited for this baby, as you'll see with my whips. So, moving on, I guess, to whips. I have, my first whip is my Millington cardigan. I have this in my chevron bag. My sister Sarah made it for me. That's not right. That's my Anders. My Millington cardigan is in this, which is stitched by Jessa Lou bag. It's the Paris one. I love it. I got it at Connecticut Sheep and Wool. This is a gift knit as well. Last time on the podcast, I showed the back of it. I mean, I'll quickly, I guess, show the back of it again. So I finished the back and now I'm on to the front. So I was like literally had just cast on, ouch. I had just cast on the front part. So I've gone a little bit further, not a ton further. So this is the front side, and then you knit the cable part backwards and then you flip it over to make a pocket. So that's cool. And I've just started, well, I've been doing the decreases for the arm. Is it arm or the neck? I've done the decreases for the neck, and then you keep decreasing, and then at a certain point you decrease for the armhole at the same time. So I am not really that far. I should be working on it more, but it's cool. It's a double seed stitch, and then the cable charting is pretty cool, so I like that. And I have the book here. I won this. It was Small Business Saturday at a local yarn shop in about 20 minutes away from me. There was like a little raffle, whatever, so I put my name in and I won. So it was Barocco Portfolio 4, number 4, volume 4, and sweaters worth of yarn. I think it was 6 skeins of Barocco Ultra Wool, so I'll show you that. So anyway, this is the Millington cardigan. So I'm excited. This is a gift for a friend. I talked about it last time. She's going to Norway. And I love her. She's so knit-worthy. I'm very close to the family. So I'm knitting this out of the Barocco Ultra Wool. It's 100% superwash wool, and it's in the kohlrabi colorway. I think I'm gonna have to get another skein, one more skein of it, to finish it. And I'm knitting these on Addie's. What size? That's a good US size 7. So that's that. Moving on now to my chevron bag that my sister made. Lizzie, spit it out. Thank you. She's literally been like tearing her shark up, her toy. It took like 2 seconds for it to stop squeaking when we bought it. So that's $10 down the tubes. But anyway, and she's been, hold on. Stop. Literally tearing it up. There's like no more head. But we don't give it to her unsupervised. So that's number 1. And number 2, she literally just pulls them off and spits them out and keeps tearing it. So she has not yet eaten a piece. So this dog, let me tell you. Moving on. The Anders, it's pullover by Soren Kerr. So let me show you a picture of it first, and then I'll show you how far I am, because I just started it. So it's a little pullover sweater. This is for the same baby. I'm like obsessed with this baby, not even born. He'll be born in June, so I'm really excited for that. So it's top down, so I cast on at the neck. And then you do this really cool like braid stitch. It's kind of hard to see on this. So I'm almost done with the shaping, the increasing, and I'm almost ready to join in the round. And there's cute little, so I finished the little buttonholes. This sweater is really cool too because it can be worn either forwards or backwards, so the buttons in the front or the buttons in the back. So that's pretty cool. So like if your kid is gonna choose on the buttons and stuff, then you can put them in the back. So that's really neat. I'm knitting this out of Knit Picks Andean Treasure and the Aurora Heather colorway. It's 100% baby alpaca. It's so soft. I really love it. Unfortunately, it's hand wash. I feel kind of bad, but it's really, I really love the way it feels. So that's what it is. And it's a sport weight. And then for the trees, I got the Andean Treasure in Finley Heather. So it's kind of like a beigey color. So I'm very excited about that. And I'm knitting Knit Picks. No. Knitter's Pride. This is a 16-inch circular, fixed circular in a US size 5. So, it's very cool. I watched the last episode back and I kept saying I'm very excited about that, so I'm very excited about that. And then I just noticed that I've been saying it again. So, I'm not excited about anything. I'm just kidding. I'm very excited. And so, that was all of my whips. Another thing that I'm going to enter these into that I just wanted to talk about really quick is the commercial Yarn Along by the Stranded, by Amy of the Stranded podcast. So she is a dyer, indie dyer in England, but she is hosting a KAL for commercial yarn. So that's pretty cool. So I'm going to I entered these already, and then if I finish this, which I probably will, I'll enter that too. I think it's going till March 15th, so I think I have plenty of time to do that. I just wanted to mention that as well, because I have it written down on my show notes to mention it. So I have some procurements. My first one I'll show you is the bag. Procrastinating. It's a verb. To defer all other activities besides knitting. Totally into knitting right now. I don't want to say I lost my knitting mojo a little bit. I lost my podcasting mojo, but I was still like knitting, but not, I kind of felt like, I don't know, how many shawls do you really need? So I started knitting socks for other people, which was good because I love to knit, but I just wasn't feeling like totally motivated for things that I wanted. Like, how many shawls do you need? How many socks do you need? So now I'm literally have nothing. Well, I have one thing on the needles for me. It's a pair of socks, but it's like hibernating right now. Everything else is for someone else, and now I'm like, I really want to knit this for myself. I really want to knit that for myself. So as soon as I'm done, I think with this sweater, I'm going to cast on my Rhinebeck sweater. I have not decided yet what it will be, but that's what I want to do for myself. But so anyway, that was a little bit of a tangent, but I bought this. This I got from Joanne Fabrics. It was really inexpensive, $2 or something, so it's pretty cool. I also got at Joanne Fabrics a styrofoam ball. I just wrapped it in saran wrap because it was very rough, and I wanted to, so I got this for hat blocking because there was another baby hat that I had knit. I showed it on the last podcast. So I got this ball so that I could block hats. And it was very rough when I was trying to put it on there. So I just wrapped it in saran wrap. But anyway, I think it's 5-inch diameter. Yeah, diameter. I couldn't decide if that was the right word. So I got that. And then I got more yarn from Knit Picks. So I had decided that with this baby, I was going to knit the Anders sweater. I think I decided on first. Then there is a matching cowl. I don't know if it's like, well, it's matching cowl, whatever. Called the Ivor. Let's see if there we go. And I wanted to knit that for mom, the baby's mom, but I was like, I don't know, is that too much? Like, whatever, I'll just knit the sweater. Then Lolo Did It came out with the Eagles, and like I said, Dad is a huge Eagles fan. So I bought this yarn, and I was talking to my husband, and I was like, should I like knit something matching for Josh? And he was like, yeah, that sounds like a really good idea. So I bought 2 skeins of this, so I'm gonna knit a scarf. So I'm like, well, if I'm knitting a baby thing and a matching thing for dad, then maybe I should knit the matching thing for mom, the Ivor cowl. So I had to like buy something else from Knit Picks, which means before, I mean, it wouldn't have been $50, which is free shipping over $50 for the US anyway. I don't know about any other countries, but I don't know if it would have been over $50, but it probably would have been close enough that I could have just picked something else up. But now, no, I had to pay shipping twice because I'm non-committal. Anyway, so I got this, the Knit Picks for the matching cowl. It is, so the cowl is made out of worsted weight, so I couldn't get the same exact yarn, but they had the same color in the wool of the Andes. This is Aurora Heather again, so it's the same color, it's just in the worsted weight. And this is 100% superwash wool, so she will be able to wash this in the machine if she wants. So yeah, it's 110 yards for 50 grams. So I got that. They did not have the same color, which in the sweater, the darker color is the main color and the light color is the contrasting color. In the cowl, the lighter color is the main color and the darker color is the contrasting color. So they didn't have the same light color, but they had one very similar. This is the Dove Heather. So let me just pull it out. It's kind of a gray, whereas this is more of like an oystery kind of, but this is, so it's a teeny bit darker, but it's totally fine. So anyway, sorry, someone was trying to call me. So anyway, so that's that. So it kind of like derails you when you're like on a roll and then you get interrupted. So those were all my procurements. So I didn't realize like how short things would be when you're not podcasting with other people. I know I said it last time, but anyway. So a little bit about what I've been up to. I've been really busy. We're taking my parents out to dinner for their anniversary next week, so I've been just kind of trying to plan that, and I'm trying to think of what else. There's been like all kinds of things going on. Super Bowl, and then, oh, this is what I did, and it's super fun, and I'm excited to talk about it. We went to an adventure room, so like an escape room, but actually you weren't like locked into the room. This was kind of like you had to find something in the room. So anyway, it was in Middletown, Connecticut, and it was really fun. We went with 2 other couples, so there were 6 of us total, and I was really nervous about it because I'm like, what if I'm gonna be like the only one in this group of people that like can't get a clue? Like, but anyway, it turned out to be super, super fun. So it's supposed to take about an hour. It is timed, and there's like a timer. There was 3 rooms that you had to go through, and there was a timer in every room, but I thought that was gonna freak me out. I didn't even look at the timer. We were totally involved. It was like post-apocalyptic, I guess. So the backstory was that there was like some sort of remedy, the remedy that some scientists had invented. And I guess they didn't finish in a time or something happened, and now after the fact we're trying to find the remedy because then that's like the key to saving the human race. So it was so much fun. They said we got out of the first room in 7 minutes, which was a record, which was so cool. Then we got the remedy with 15 minutes to spare. So that was really, really fun. I totally want to do another one. If you're kind of like into that kind of thing, like puzzles and clues and figuring things out, it's super fun. And it's fun to do with a group of people. So I definitely want to do it again. But I just wanted to share that really fun thing I did. So anyways, and then I was supposed to go to a baby shower. Yes, another baby being born, but the baby actually didn't want to wait, so the baby was born. Not early, like she was fine and totally healthy, but I guess they had induced her for whatever reason. But so the baby was born, so that got postponed, so I didn't have to do that. I'm trying to think of what I did instead. I don't remember now. I think I did something. Oh well. So that's what's been going on. I've also been watching the Olympics like many other people. I really love the Olympics. My husband is not really into it, doesn't really care, which kind of surprised me because he's kind of like, he's a sports guy, and he's just like not interested in the Olympics. So, and we don't have cable. We recently just got rid of cable. It's so expensive. So we got Hulu Live, and so I've been watching some of it on demand. It's a little bit different. So that's kind of been weird, but I just watched the pairs figure skating this morning, the gold medal final, and saw Germany win. So that was really cool. And I guess we just used to watch the Olympics, I think, like as a family. So I don't know. I love the Olympics. I like all of them. Cross-country skiing, not so much. And the speed skating, that's like really, the marathon, like the sprinting one is totally cool, or the relay is cool, but like I don't really love watching long distance running or like the Tour de France or anything like that. So that kind of, you know, like the cross country skiing marathon and the speed skating marathon and stuff like that, I'm not super into, but all of the other stuff, like even the curling, I totally love the curling, love it all. Winter Olympics, Summer Olympics, doesn't matter. I love the Olympics. So I've been watching that. I also have been watching podcasts. So I mentioned it before. This is not a new podcast by any means, but it's new to me. I just started watching it, the Stranded podcast with Amy. She is Amy Florence, I think, on Ravelry. So she has the commercial yarn along that I talked about briefly in the beginning, and she's also an indie dyer, so I've really been enjoying that. So I guess that's it. Thank you so much for joining me. I will hopefully be back. Bi-weekly seemed to work for me last time because I don't think I knit really enough to do like a full episode every week, but Lizzie is getting restless now. Okay, so hopefully I'll be back in 2 weeks. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys later. Bye.